Hello. Welcome to our online queer spoken word event. I'm Autumn. If you are watching this as it is premiering on YouTube, thank you very much. And I would like you to make extensive use of the chat to show your appreciation for all of the recitings that we are going to feature. As is tradition with spoken word, we do not applaud by clapping, but instead by clicking our fingers. And if you've ever been to an open mic night, you know that the sound of everybody in a room clicking their fingers sounds like somebody has released a whole boatload of crustaceans into the room. And that's given me a cute little idea, and I hope you all run with this. I want you to send crab emojis into the chat to simulate that sort of sound you would hear at an open mic night. I think that would just be really cute. So show your appreciation, send crab emojis, and that's enough for me. So, without further ado, this is Pegging Poetry.
This poem is called Lunch. Sit down at the lunch table and eat a feast for eyes. Napkin tucked under greasy chin, I run a hand across breads and cheese platters. It's all cinnamon sprinkled and ginger aled, sticky stained cheeks and puckered thought around the mouth. Pour the cream from the jug. My skin is glowing, stretching up and out like water primrose. Wish instead for lunar-limbed wilting girl held hostage under the beating heat of midday sun. Drink a bottle dry under the guise of interesting. Guzzle the sugar fizz on the butt of the tongue and make a home in window arms and doorway feet. I dig down, muddying the dress, spoiling the boots, eddying frog spawn. There's an unclean violence to the splattering game, how I chopped off my hair in huge chunks until you wake me from my stupor, etymologist, limbs pinned sideways. I missed the whole day. The moon is bigger than I remember. So white, so untouchable. As big as my saucer eyes, black as my guts, or black as the Atlantic shadow cast from the lighthouse. Full thing. I kneel before you in concave, bent backwards, flipped inside out. The table is still set. The stew slips in easily like a dawn. Now I stand, rotund and pink again, dripped in cool silk, and it doesn't hurt to look at you. I edge the ladybirds onto the vines which wrap around my wrists. Bent double, my legs do not buckle, face purple like the bowl of stars this stupid city preserves. The ants play their brass band in a march across the wilderness. Moon-laced, sun-kissed. Your mouth is warm. Do you understand this longing? I want to be the only one. Before the world could be discovered with words, I sought to swim in the warm waters. I sit on the roof. I try to taste the sea.
Ar thug aon duine faoi deara na píosaí do Hershey LADT cheanna I do Hope Hatach Lonely Planet ar an shelf faoi bhreat Johnny. Aon duine? Mise ag iompú na leathannaí ag gol tríd an inex ag brú Control F ar an bharchláir. Cethir paragraph. Agus ever do thurpa takeíochta. Ach tá méar an ar an leithead. Is daoine dó aicemuid, idir rough guides agus altar timeout, idir leirascéal na inscite agus dearmhain bailile siar an eisce. Cá bhfuil na splasna de dhíbertaí ag curdach jíjin le chéile? Well, Dul an mise faoin fíorthaoil áiteach nuair haich mé trí is sána a Tokyo na trí thugrann leis na Fab Five agus Anthony ag bualadh crack in Awacad. No, nuair rinn mé gara thugam hain an úbán trí Halas a túr ag na fear faoi glas hanking le mhaillí kosher Paw Patrol ina leabhar. No, nuair éic mé as sin ag seapa lán le sean scialtaí saibhre scríofa ag na pittige agus gearain, nar hail a nuhanna faoi bhróga dútha. No, nuair thug má heilech Kurt ar haismintas haring agus le tríontán buin dearg crochta os má thion, cuirí críthug le thuaimsa. Ach níor thuig mé cén fá. Ró Arshil an Lerwas Moami. No, nuair a bhí mo bhéire ag rianú amlínte lenar néireacht ag prabu go fáil in ath na náid ag tí-gol agus le Graham daingan agam ar lau mo bhuail mar thuach mise páirt sa scialtaí thra seo. Cén ní bhíonn mé beo ag an tam sin? Níl treoir leir dastal de dhéorm. Is mói an scialaí na háiteanna áitethe go féin trí thuúil sráideanna le snaithanna ag tarint grá garfíon scialgairí le chéile.
Hello comrades, I hope that you're having a good night. I prepared a little song. It's called Joanne, and it's about a list of people who decided to show support for Joanne. Bunch of silly people really. I hope that you enjoy the song. Joanne, Joanne, I love a man. Joanne, Joanne, was this party a plan? Draw publicity for a book that isn't even worth a look. Horowitz, Horowitz, at the end of your wits. Horowitz, Horowitz, you're not the only one with tits. Not included in exclusion, System 9 is delusion. Susan Hill, thought that she was ill. Susan Hill, took a big red pill. She'll stab women in the back, haunt them like the woman in black. Linehan, oh Linehan, this boy's been beaten to death. Linehan, you're not worth my breath. Arthur Matthews, that excuse won't work. Arthur Matthews, he's also a jerk. Both of them are out of whack, screaming like Father Jack. Armstrong and Miller, they are also both pointless. Armstrong and Miller scream from the abyss. Comedians with just one line ignore the victims of their crime. Griff Rhys Jones, it's not the news. Griff Rhys Jones, platforms his silly views. Satire from within his fort, a jester in Her Majesty's court. Jimmy Mulville, have I got news for you? Jimmy Mulville, have you got nothing better to do? Stick this one up your hat trick like Thomas Crimp, you are a prick. Gareth Roberts won't be saved by Doctor Who. Gareth Roberts, your only target is you. A gay cis Tory, I've heard that story. Francis Barber, James Dreyfus played baddies in Doctor Who. Francis Barber, James Dreyfus don't like you using the public loo. The only role that they now play is lie on Twitter the whole damn day. Tom Stopper, I've acted in your plays. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, a bunch of sweet trans gays. I've seen that film Shakespeare in Love, you never cared for facts above. Robert Webb, a cretin on the screen. Robert Webb, IRL, he's more obscene. I've seen better writing from a hack, please move on and stop saying crack. Tony Robinson, no cunning plan. Tony Robinson does the worst he can. excavate and suck my dick. RuPaul thinks I should sissy my walk. RuPaul, a judge who doesn't talk. His big ego gets cracking. Back home he is fracking. Piers Morgan, you're too easy. Piers Morgan, but please don't take it from me. The dollars have a lot to say, how you treated them that way. Joanne, just please get a grip. Joanne, come down from your massive ego trip. Cultists, Nazis and perverted whores, we've been dehumanized once before. Never forget how they inflicted death and pain. If we let our guard down, it'll happen again. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you all have a lovely night.
My Jesus is a Drag Queen by Leah Taylor from my living room floor. A holy saviour, scantily robed, with heels on boots and fishnet thighs, turning it out to some chart-topping rogue as a new gaze have forgotten Miss Kylie Minogue. This does all but stop yesterday's goldies, who fondly remember their voguing for trophies, when love such as ours did not speak its name, when bricks and balls were thrown in New York. So pardon me if I dim down the lights and turn up the volume, drunk on cheap wine, machine smoke leaving me blind, and when I reach out my hand, all panic and hazy, about a dozen reach back, assuring my safety. So call me vapid, call me shallow, but this is my truth, and our alternate commune is not yours to consume. This sauna of sweaty bodies is what I call home. It's our dance floor, our haven, our local gay bar. Thank you.
This poem is called Penge West. Bedmate, not wrong, simply different. And this is the simple nature of truth. Relish rare, but make it no less equal. Your customary conventions are not mine, and do not assume, despite what has changed, that I will make them so. You demand Morrowind, gods and sex, and much else besides, when anything else but seems natural. So the Bible tells me. Check it out, mythologies, old or new, are much the same. Dancing a commonality of both, desire and requirement of gods, is a boon. The spirit, like wild words of abandonment, on the page sets us free. Try it. I like boyfriend. Denied me in my youth and beyond. Now partner and hubby suffice, and once was referred to as his squeeze. Measure me if you will, but I will not be tamed, and have escaped the chains of your snivelling darkness. And we all should cheer for those who still carry the torch and challenge each day with free will the murky failure of the status quo, of sameness settling in chains. Dance on the page. Dance in your choices, and most importantly of all, dance with your bedmate.
And that concludes all of the recitings that we have to showcase for you this evening. I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, show your appreciation for all of the participants by sending crab emojis into the chat. If you know anyone that does this sort of thing, hopefully you've seen a couple of familiar faces. I'd like to take a few more seconds to thank everyone involved for making this possible, such as Paul, who helped edit the videos together, TJ for promoting this across our social media platforms, and Gemma for encouraging all of us to create projects like this from the 343. I just want to say I've never done poetry. This isn't my forte. I've never been to an open mic spoken word night. I simply put this together because I knew a lot of people do poetry, and they are still very much yearning for venues that cater towards this sort of art form to return. And hopefully this event has satiated that desire to return to venues and has helped to make you feel at home, accepted with everything that's been going on in the world. And I'd say that's everything I need to say. So all I can say now is Stay safe.